Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 19 with me, MrSealyp. It's Tuesday the 8th of September. We have a ton of new mods. We have by far the biggest game changer for console since FS19 released. I've been accused of using the word game changer too lightly. I'm sorry. I dispute anyone to disagree with it on this one. Let's get through the mods. We've got tons to get through. There are some updates today. The updates are as follows. From the top left, we have got the Lizard Sam 20M. It's not 20 meters by Pushcap, the Gravity Wagon by Stoneway Design, the Concrete Bunker Set U by Castor DS Agro Service, the Flashlight by AgriBZHTeam, and the Seasons Geo Germany Upper Bavaria Tegernsee. Yesterday's was on there, but that was the Maze Plus one, which we don't have on console, so I think this is the one that's supposed to be for console. Those are the updates for today. So, first up, we have got this. This is the Pallet add-on. This is by ModPassion. Now, it does say, added the same default pallets as the game, with the addition of an attachment point to attach to the pallet fork. Now, we had something similar to this from ModPassion recently. It does say you can attach these pallets using all pallet forks of the CSZ pack, except double width pallet forks. You can identify these pallets in the shop with the tag CSZ pack, and the required mod is obviously the CSZ equipment pack. So I've just gone for a chicken feed pallet. There's a Pioneer pallet. If we go into here and go across to our big bags, if we keep going across, we'll get to ones that say at the bottom CS, or to the side jigsaw puzzle piece says CSZ pack. Any of the ones that say CSZ pack. And then if I go down to pallets, we'll have the same thing again. We'll go across until we get to ones that say CSZ pack with the jigsaw puzzle piece. There we go. So all the in-game sort of standard ones, if they say CSZ pack, what we can do, like I say, we had something similar, but I think it was limited to certain things as far as I recall. If I open up my help menu, disable. Now, what you can do with these forks is you can disable the collision of the forks. So if I disable that, L1 and X, and now drive forward, it gives me the option to pick that pallet up. So, puts it on the front, I can move that pallet around and do whatever I want with it. I can tilt it, it's not going to fall off the forks. Like I've said before, I think when a mod similar to this came out, if you don't like using forks and you find them a pain, this is an alternative that you can use now. If you still want to be sort of semi-realistic with it, but you know, so what you can do is when you put it down and disconnect, you can actually raise the forks away from it because I've deactivated the collision on the forks. But if you want to, and you want to use the forks normally, you just activate the collision and you can go back to doing it standard. You can still connect it, but you can have the collision on. But what you've got to be careful is when you disconnect like that, you've still got the collision. So you have to take the forks out kind of manually. If you want to do it the other way, disable them and you can pull the fork straight out. So there you go. That's the first of the mods for today. That's the Pallet add-on by ModPassion. I'm going to move that out of the way because the next of our mods for today is this. Excuse me. I've got such a long list on my I'll find it, sorry. This is the Multifruit container. This is by Rowley Christie 1. This is an IT runner back. It's fairly basic in essence. I mean, it's got the ladder, it's quite blocky. This is really cheap and it holds 50,000 litres. I think it's only £5,000. So an IT runner back, £5,000, 50,000 litres, and it holds pretty much everything. The doors at the back can open manually, so you can drive things in and transport things like that if you want to, if you don't want to put crops in it. Now we have got a green one of these. I can't remember who did the mod of that. This is just a larger capacity and a cheaper price, in all honesty. This you'll find under tools, under trailers. There we go, Multifruit container, 5,000 to buy, 4 slots, and it should work with any of the IT runner mods and standard ones and all that kind of thing, and it will take all those fruit types. Options available on this: we can change the main colour to anything on that pallet, like so, and it does exactly what it says on the tin. It will take in those crops to 50,000 litres. That's the Multifruit container by Rowley Christie 1. Moving on, we've got this. This is the AutoLoad IT Runner IT Runner platform for pallets. This is by ShabaFS-Modding. Now, this is an AutoLoad pallet trailer, but before everyone starts freaking out saying, we've been told this won't work, this is very specific. Works like the one we had the other day. Is that from DD ModPassion? Whoever the other one was from the other day. This is designed to work with required mods, an IT runner trailer or a IT runner pack, the pallets with barrels by ShabaFS, I'll show you those in a second, and La Coronea 2.0, because this is designed, there are two of these, this is designed to work with that specific pallet with barrels pack by ShabaFS and all of the extra things you can do on La Coronea. So your cheese, your flour, your sunflower oil, and was it the wood pallets? It will auto-load any of those. So this is very specific, only for La Coronea or this pallet pack by ShabaFS. And there's a whole load of different ones with this. There's weirdly, it doesn't say it takes DEF, but anyway, there's herbicide, there's diesel, there's I think there's water, there's a whole load of stuff. So yeah, very specifically what it will take. This you will find. I'm going to have a nightmare with this because the mods have been all over the place today. Was this under trailers as well, or was this somewhere else? This might have been under miscellaneous. Please tell me it was miscellaneous. There we go. Got one right for a change. So if you're on La Coronea and you want to use it, there's this one here. That's 10 slots, and you can transport cheese, flour, sunflower oil, and wood planks. But when you click on it, you can change the main colour to anything on that palette, and it gives a metallic version of, like so. But you have to pick which one you're going to go for. It won't do all of them, so you can have like maybe one for each or whatever and go about it. So you can have the cheese, the flour, come on, sunflower oil. Modhub's really slow today, and the boards. So that's specific to La Coronea. Or you can have the drum platform. Again, you have to pick. You can change the main colour to anything on the palette. Again, metallic-y kind of colour to it. You can have it liquid fertiliser, herbicide, diesel, water, and back to liquid fertiliser again. I thought there was another one on there. It does say, oh no, fertiliser, herbicide, diesel and water. Doesn't say DEF on there. I imagined that one. So what I'm going to do is try. It should work just the same as the other one. It should just be a refill thing. I think I hope I went for the diesel one. I picked a mixture because I wasn't sure when I first put the mod out whether or not you could mix and match what you put on it, but when I went into the mod, obviously it became very apparent that you have to have one for each particular thing. So what we'll do is load that up, open up the help menu. This is going to be probably a slightly longer than usual mod review. I will try to be as quick as I can, but like I say, we've got loads of buildings to get through today. Some of them rather scary. So what we'll do, there we go, refill container. So if we back up to there, press L3. It says it's filling. So the barrels are going off of that rack. They should be appearing. There we go. On there. So we're taking them from the rack down there and we're putting them up there. Now these particular ones you will find, like I said, we'll only do those 4, but these I think are also under, I'm sure these are under pallets too. There we go. So yeah, water, fertiliser, herbicide and diesel. There is a DEF one, but it won't take DEF on this particular one. So yeah, we'll do all of those. And that is, it doesn't download it automatically. You have to find it, the pallets with barrels. I think it was under packs. I found it in the Modhub if you want to download it. So there you go. That will load up. If I go a little bit further over, we'll take the next one as well. There we go, refill container. It will carry on doing it. Like so. Then you can unload it wherever you are, collect from it, however you want to go about it. Not a bad bit of kit that. I'll leave that to carry on. Right, moving on from there. We've got this. This is the small shed. This is by Max. It's a nice mod, this, actually. I quite like it. It's got a nice, nifty little feature. I'd put it around the wrong way, obviously, when I placed it. But side doors. I'm going to open the help menu again. Triggers on some of these mods today are horrific. I love the way that kind of flaps, so it's running on the top runners but not attached to the bottom. It kind of had a bit of movement there. We go inside, we do have a light switch. Like so, but the end doors are like bifold, which I think is rather cool. I like that. Nice sound effect too. That's pretty cool, that, isn't it? I like that. It's a nice mod. The sound effects and the bifold doors make it for me on that one. I do like that. What we'll do is turn off the lights. There we go. This you will find under placeables, under sheds. I'm pretty safe bet on that one, I think. There we go, small shed, 19,000 to buy, and then 14 slots that is on console. So there's one mod I can't show you. It's the barn by Consi. I downloaded it, I installed it. It's on my selected mods, and I can't find it anywhere. I've searched all through the different menus. I've been all over the place, and I can't find it. So I don't know where it's put it. Whether there's a glitch or a problem. I've checked twice to make sure I definitely had it installed and selected under my mods, and it is, but I just can't find it anywhere. So yeah, a bit puzzled by that one. Moving on, we have got this. This is the placeable ramp by Stoneway Design. Nicely detailed. It's a placeable ramp. Obviously, I say obviously, but designed for gaining higher reach if you're loading into things, onto things, or you just want to get a bit of elevation to survey the land you own, whichever, however you want to go about it. It's entirely your choice. This you will find, I want to say under miscellaneous. Let's see if it's under miscellaneous. Please be under miscellaneous. There we go. 1,399 for the ramp. It's only one slot anyway, and you place it wherever you want to place it. If I sound a bit frazzled, I'll be honest with you, this mod review has taken longer to prep and set up than any other mod review I have ever done, because of the game changer today. But anyway, moving on from that, we've got this. This is the hydrant. This is by Pushcap. This is a placeable hydrant. You get your water from it for free once it is placed. Nicely detailed. I thought we already had a hydrant. Who was that by? The same people that did the there's under placeables and miscellaneous, I think. The standpipe. There we go. 300 to buy. This is 2 slots to place, and like I say, once you've placed it, you get yourself your water. That's the hydrant. Moving on, we have got this. This is the Reboke Ninja 16,000 Stara. This is an auger wagon. This is by Farm Centro Sul. 16,000 litre auger wagon. This will take your grains, seed and fertiliser, and it will allow you to put them into whatever you want to put them into in an augury kind of way, which is kind of the point. Nicely detailed. If we just hook up to it. I put seed in this one. I don't know why I put seed in this one. I just decided to. Pipe folds away. L1 and down on the D-pad. Nice smooth animation. I don't think with open, don't think we've got an option to move it. I think it's fixed in place. I don't think the nozzle moves either. L1, R1, L1, R1. Nope. We just have unload here if we want to unload here, like so. Or into whatever we're going to put it into. What I will do is disconnect from that a second. This you will find under tools, under auger wagons. There you go, 60,000 to buy, 16,000 litre capacity, requires 100 horsepower to operate. This will use 11 slots on console. There are no options available, you get what you get. There we go, right. Moving on from there, we have got 2 trailers. Actually, I don't know why I'm grabbing the tractor, I didn't need to. So, we have got this one here. This is the Lizard Gold 11000 XL, and again, I don't know if I'm losing on my mind, but I thought we'd already had one of these. When I checked in the Modhub, it didn't say that it was an update. There was no update changelog information, but I could have sworn we'd already had one of these. But anyway, regardless, this is the Lizard Gold 11000 XL. This is by Frabel-LS-Modding, AgriBZHTeam. This will use 9 slots, nicely detailed trailer. Both of these trailers have something in common, which I will speak about in a minute. It's got a beak on the back. We can have it grain door or tip. There are a few options on this. Again, these both are under trailers. What I might do is show them both first. So the Gold 11000 XL, 15,000 to buy. It will use, I've already said 9 slots. It will take all of those crop types, but be careful because you can have it a capacity of 10,000 litres. You can have it a capacity of 12,000 litres and 14. If you go for the 14,000 litre, that puts silage extensions on the side, and that then becomes a forage trailer. I took that under the refill point on a buy anything silo to put something in it, and within that configuration, which I went for, it will only do forage. So it will do wood chip, it will do hay, grass, straw, but it won't do everything else, so be careful. If you want to use it for regular crops, your maximum capacity you're going to have is 12,000 litres. We get option of Michelin or Trelleborg tyres, no options within that, and there's no colour options or anything. Now, this one next to it is, I should have shown it in the Modhub, doesn't matter. This is the Lizard Atena 2722. This is by Nico Do 55. This will use 17 slots, nicely detailed trailer, some nice options on tyres, but this does the same thing. I went for the largest size possible, and it would only allow me to put forage in it. So again, if you look, it's got the sort of sloped top on the silage sides, silage extensions, silage boards, so that if you're running with a forage harvester or something like that, it's easier to sort of blow into it. I do like the details, like the wooden block underneath at the front and that kind of thing. Again, some nice detailing options available on this one, also under trailers. 45,000 to buy, 44,500 litre capacity it says there. It will do all those crop types, but like I say, we can change the main colour from red to yellow. I went for the yellow. Design colour, we can have white or red, so it depends what one you go for and what combination. We can have Lizard, Michelin, Trelleborg, back to Lizard. Under Lizard, we've got the Ridemax FL 693Ms. FL, that says the same thing. That's interesting. We've then got FL 630 Ultras, which I think I went for. Under Michelin Cargo XBib, we've got a couple of those, and then we've got the XBib HD, a couple of those, then we've got the XS, and then back. And then under Trelleborg, we've got twin radials, larger twin radials, smaller twin radials, and then T404s, and then back again. Then we've got on the back, we've got light type. So we can have light type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then back to 1 again. So you can choose what light type you fancy. And then capacity 29,100, 35,300, but then like I say, if you then jump up to that 44,500, that will only allow you to do forage. So if you want to do regular crops, you're going to want to go for the 35,300 version. There we go. That where's my list? That's by Frabel-LS. No, it's not. That's by Nico Do 55. Sorry. Right, moving on from there. we've got these two buildings here. These are both by Nismo. They are separate mods today. One is grain storage, one is cowshed. That one over there is grain storage. This one is the cowshed. Actually, if I open up that, there's your milk collection point just inside the door there. There is a... where's the light switch? Maybe it comes automatically. Here's your dialogue box. This will hold... how many animals does this hold? This holds 17 cows. They're all inside. There's no pasture. So your dialogue box is just here for choosing your animals, whichever ones you want. Your triggers are just inside for straw and feed, etc. Now I couldn't find the water one. Slurry points here. The problem I had with setting this up, and it got to a point I kind of thought, you know what, I'm not mucking around with this anymore. I've had it every now and again with the odd mod that comes out. That door is really small, and you're only going to be able to use small stuff. The trailer I bought over was too big. I couldn't fit it in to put any feed in, to put anything in. So as to where the manure actually comes out, I would imagine it's either going to be in here and you've got to clean it out yourself, or it's going to be around the back here. If we've got a big expanse here, and considering the slurry points there, an educated guess for me would say it's going to be just here. I mean, in essence, that's it. It holds 17. Milk triggers there. The other triggers are just inside there. You're going to need a small trailer to get in and out. Same with liquids, because it's not a very big doorway. We'll have a look at both of these in the Modhub in the store in a second, but we'll have a look at the grain storage next door, also by Nismo. Nice big building. Oh yeah, there's the light switch. I was going to say there was definitely a light switch. Really bright lights. I think a lot of the mods we've had by Nismo at least recently have had very, very bright lighting inside them. Really big open space, plenty of room in here. Double doors at either end, so if you want to drive right the way through, you absolutely can. Where's that switch? There we go. Close the doors, he says. There we go. Like so. So, these you'll find also under placeables. A lot of placeables today. The cow barn, cow shed. It's just there. 88,000 to buy. Like I said, 17 it will hold. And that was 9 slots. Yeah, that's 9 slots, which isn't too bad. And then the grain storage you'll also find under placeables, but that's under, I'm sure this was sheds. There you go, 80,000 to buy. That will use 5 slots. And yeah, you need a flat surface as best as you can to place them. It's a lot easier and sort of safer all round if you try and flatten your area out. Now, we're going to go from here to the game changer, and then I've got a load more to do after it. If you're only on here for the game changer, that's entirely up to you. This is massive. I mean, honestly, I just honestly, it's blown my mind today. This is by ModPassion. And when you first look at the mod in the Modhub, it says Eurotunnel Single Arc by ModPassion. Now, I would have glanced over that and just gone, great, we've had Eurotunnels before, big whoop. Well, don't gloss over this. This is really important. Right, that's the standard Eurotunnel, and we just kind of saw it in the Modhub. If we go in here under sheds and scroll across, we've got the Eurotunnel, and there's various different sizes. They're all single arc, 6.5 metre arc or arch, and then you've got the different depths on these. They're all 3 slots, depending on which one you get. So you've got the various different depths. Then you go to an 8.5 metre arch, different depths. They go back further, then a 9.3, then a 10.4, then a 12. And the prices vary up depending on what size you're going to go for. Fantastic. So that's your standard one. That's one of the Eurotunnels. I think that was a 6.5, and I think it was the deepest one I think I went for. Nicely detailed, nicely textured. You can use it as a barn, put your stuff in it. Great. That's not the game-changing bit. This is. I'm on PlayStation 4. PlayStation 4 Pro. On console, we have a 200 bale limit. We've always had a 200 bale limit. If you get up to 200 bales, normally when you try and bale something new or place something or buy them, it will say you need to sell some, use some, because you're up to your bale limit. I don't know how ModPassion has done it, but you can chuck your bale limit out the window now. That's a thing of the past. Now I'm hoping this stays. I'm hoping there are no problems with this. This is what took me so long to set up. Get ready for this. This one is the largest of the... Now these are like AutoLoad bale sheds. There are round bale ones, there are square bale ones in all different sizes. The largest of these, the square bale one, that holds 234 square bales. So that's what I've got in it, 234 square bales. That's already gone over my 200 bale limit on console. This one next door, the round bales, this holds 338 bales. Those two combined, I'm now currently on my PlayStation sitting with 572 bales in those two barns. Up to now, that couldn't happen. It can now. And what you'll also notice in a second when we drive up to it, there's no lag. Normally you have this many bales together, they're all over the place. They're wobbling, they're laggy, they're horrendous. Now bearing in mind, that's 572, if my maths is right. I hope it is. Yeah. But I've still got some on my trailers over here, because what I had to do was buy them, stack them, bring them over, put them in. That's what took me, and it took me ages. Now, these aren't just kind of hidden. They're all there. Right the way to the back. The bales are in there. Now, what's also interesting with this is, as you can see, there's straw there, there's hay there. This one, there's hay, straw at the front, there's hay a little bit further down, and there are some silage bales in there. You can mix and match them, but the problem with that is you can't get to them. So I would suggest, personally, have one barn for each bale type. But that potentially means you can do as many as you like. Now these work like an auto-load bale trailer. If I come up to the question mark, it says enter vehicle. If I enter it now and put it onto operating position, that is full at the moment. So like the auto-load bale trailers, if I do operating position now, L1 and square, that will now restack them all, and that will go through and tell you how many are in there. Might take a while. %, 170. Don't go wrong. Keep going, keep going, keep going. There we go. It's restacking as it gets to the front. That's 300. That's 338 round bales in there. Now, so at the moment, like an auto-load trailer, they're kind of ethereal bales at this point. But if I want to unload them, L1 and unload, it pops them down the floor. So that's it. They're all there. I can exit now. And they're all there. My 338. It's exactly the same with these next door. 234 square bales. So what I'm going to do, as we get closer, now what normally happens if you get this close to this many bales, oh, it just havoc reigns. So I don't know how has he done it. I don't understand. I've just taken two bales out there. No problem at all. No worries. Now, my question mark on this one is the other end because I put it around the wrong way. But don't have to worry about that. It's not a problem. Let's take a couple of round bales out. Honestly, this is mind-bendingly good, and I couldn't be happier. Getting the higher ones out might be a little bit trickier. So let's see if... now that lagged a little bit. Did you notice that? I did. That might be a little bit trickier to get out. I think I'm going to catch these on the roof. Then considering this 300 plus bales... Oh yeah, okay. They're going to fall. Come on, drop out. Yeah, now I would imagine the fact there's 338 bales in there, that could explain why that's suddenly gone a little bit laggy. I haven't got to come far back from that and it'd be alright. But anyway, yeah, we can get them out. They're there. It depends. Like I say, you can go with different sizes. That's entirely up to you. So, that's doing it that way. Now what I can do if I want to put those back in, because I've just pulled those out, if I go back into there again and go to operating position again, it'll put those away. So operating position, it will get to those in a minute. It should do. Anyway, now putting them in is kind of the same. You can either bring them in, put them down if you've got them on forks or whatever, go on there, operating position, boom, puts them in automatically. If you've got them on a trailer, like I have here, undo the straps. This one I went for a smaller version. If I bring this across now, it should take them all. It might not, we might have to go again, but if I click on that now, operating position. Oh, it's such a cool mod, it's amazing. There you go, let's just put them all in there. And what we'll do, let's just hook on that again. 12 square bales are in there. Unload bales, bump, there you go. They are now proper bales in there in storage. This is fantastic. Honestly, I can't... Yeah, there might be a little bit of lag there, but I don't care. The fact you can do this now, you can have one of these for each type of bales. And then you're good to go for total mixed ration. This is something I was struggling with on Stone Valley. The bigger your operation becomes, especially on console, 200 bales goes nowhere when you're doing total mixed ration and stuff like that. This massively changes that. Now, will this stand up to scrutiny? Will it work long term? Will anyone have any problems with it? I don't know, but as it stands at the moment, hats off. Honestly, I can't say enough good things about it. So you will find these aren't under placeables. These you'll find under baling technology. So if you've downloaded it and you're wondering why you can't find them, this is where they are. And like I say, we start off with single arc, 18 square bales, 21 round bales. Then we go up to 42 square, 49 round, 54 square, 63 round, 78 square, 91 round, 33 square, 39, and then it just goes all the way up until you see the numbers are gradually going up and up. There we go, that one there. Round bales 234. That's already gone beyond the 200 bale limit for that one there for round bales. We go even further. 182 round, 234 round, 338 round, and that one there is the 234 square. So those are the two biggest ones available. So you can mix and match and do however you want. Place them all over the place. Not overly expensive. Actually, what I was going to do... Yeah, 3 slots for these as well. 3 slots, and the prices are so low. There you go. So anyway, that's the Eurotunnel single arc pack. Now, if you don't like doing bales, you're going to say, well, it's not a game changer, is it? It is. It doesn't matter how you look at this. The way this has changed the way you can potentially play the game on console is huge. So, moving on. We've got this. If I can find it on my list. This is the Architecture Model 2 by Farmerfivetom. This is a storage shed, barn, building, workshop in a modern design, light open design, nice and airy, plenty of natural light getting in, really nicely textured, loads of great detail, nice sound effects. I like the fact the triggers work really well. Look. That's cool, but then you can do... Actually, you better close that thing off as I break it. We've got a hayloft up there if you want to use it for hayloft or storage of whatever you want to do. We've got light switches like so. I think there's an outside light switch, puts the lights on the outside, obviously an outside light switch, you would think it would do that. Doors all round, workshop trigger just over here. Like I say, tons of detail and different light switches for various different bits in the building itself. Ladder for getting upstairs. Sorry if I'm rushing now. I honestly have got something to get through. But yeah, this is a really nice mod. However, this is 60 slots on console, so it is a fantastic looking building. Loads of detail, great animations, great sounds, really cool. I mean, I suppose it's a barn, building, workshop trigger all in one. Could save you a load of separate mods, I suppose. This you will find under Placeables, under Sheds. It's 90,000 to buy. Like I say, 60 slots for the first one. It says 3 slots there because I've already placed one. Someone asked me that the other day. If I'm saying 60 slots, why does that say 3? It's 60 slots for the first one of anything. Then the slot count drops after that. Right, moving on from here. We've got these. I'm hoping I'm getting towards the end of the mods. I think I am. Right, so this is the Oberleitner. This is also by Farmerfivetom. Now this building, according to the Modhub, is a kind of a transition from old farming to new. It says, let's start with a little time travelling. We find ourselves next to an old farmhouse near Lake Tegernsee, is it? The building was first built around 1870. Then it goes through a whole period of change and add-ons and things like that. So we've got a kind of main farmhouse type building here, and this is where it was all done by hand. All the building was kind of extended onto, and you could do various different things. Now, a couple of things with this. It does say about it being decorative inside. I can't get inside the building, so yeah, it's a bit weird. Can't now find it on the Modhub next to me. Oh, the house is rustically furnished in the interior and almost shows an idyllic farm character. I can't find a way into it. I tried the door here, can't find a trigger, can't get anything to work. So it may well be furnished nicely, but I can't get into it. Be prepared. Slot counts on these. There are 2 types, and this is where the mod review's gone. It's so complicated today. We've got one which is a storage building. The one next to it is a cowshed. Now, they're identical buildings, but you can buy them in 2 different variants. This one is storage. 200,000 litres of storage. This will do your main crop types and seed and sugar cane, actually, oddly, were the things it said it will take. There's some fantastic detail on this. Various different doors that open and close, as you'd like to think. Inside, I mean, just wow, the detail in here is incredible. Now, getting up to here, there's no stairs that I could find, so I had to jump up. But we can come up here, there's kind of a hayloft. We've got a trap door here, we can open down into the feed area, just down there. And if we come over to, where was it? I think it was here. I open my menu. It says you can switch your grain container. So if I press circle, you can actually change the grain container. That's more of a kind of aesthetic. You can have a bit of a play with that if you want to. So you've got 2 sort of silos within it. I mean, it might be you fill one and you have to change it anyway. But you can switch your grain silos. If we jump out the front, where you can load up your hayloft if you want to. We've got this door. Now this door's a bit finicky because we can open the gate below. The triggers are a nightmare. Open the gate below. Then we have to come to the side to open the upper gates. So if you can't get them to work, if you come to the side, the upper gates will open. Now this one, being a grain storage one, the cows on here are just for aesthetics. They serve no purpose on this one. They're just in here to make it feel more like a cow barn. But here on the end, we've got this. And this is where you load. Now, deinstall your grain device. This is how it comes, kind of packed. So to use it, it does say you have to open that up, and then you can put into your silo there. You take out of your silo under the pipe just there. This one is drive through, and like I say, the detail's incredible. Don't get me wrong, absolutely phenomenal. The slot count, however, is 90 on console. You can understand why, absolutely you can, but 90, wow. It's a huge building as well. Now, so that's your grain storage one. This side, I went for the cow barn. So this one is exactly the same building, but there's no grain storage available. Even though this does say you can install your grain device, there's no trigger for putting grain into it. So this one is a cow barn. As you can see, this one's got the triggers, the other one didn't. You can have 36 cows in this one. The straw trigger was this side. The feed trigger was through on this side, or it might be the other way around. But the triggers are either side. We've got slurry point just here. Manure is appearing just there. Our milk trigger, and that's why I think this bit you have to kind of put away. But your milk trigger is just in here if you have the cow barn variant. It's not that door, I think it's that one there. There we go, you've got your tank in there, and your trigger's here for milk. Again, sorry if I'm rushing around this. This one as well, I can't get into the main part of the building. Now, oddly, with this pack, there comes 2 extra things. If you want this to be a sleep through the night trigger, there's a bench that comes with this that you can place with it, that fits in with it, and you can have it as a sleep through the night trigger. It also comes with a separate chicken coop type affair. And it does say suitable triggers for chickens to be placed in front of the chicken coop. So here's the chicken coop part in the building. It does say this needs to be placed with the bowl by the chicken coop, and you can have your chickens out here. Now it does give you a flat grass texture. I placed it in the wrong place originally and put it around the back by mistake, and it won't let me sell it, which is a bit weird. But you've got your feed trigger, animal dialogue box, and then you've got your egg box, egg pallet spawn point. So yeah, this one's 92. So 90 slots, 92 slots. The chicken bit is 3. So yeah, bit crazy, I know, but like I say, it's a fantastic looking building, but wow, is it up there on the slot count. This you will find under farmhouses. So if you're looking for under animal pens because you wanted the cow shed or something like that, this all under here. So the Oberleitner grain storage, 229 grand for 200,000 litre capacity. It says 5 slots because I've already placed one. Then the cow stable, in essence, 229 grand for a 36 cow barn and 92 slots. It may be just what you're looking for, but I'm just making you aware of it. That there is your house for your farm, so that's the bench. If you want to place that for 220, it turns it into a sleep through the night trigger. Then the chicken pen is, oh hang on, let's whiz over very quickly, zoom out. We've got the chicken pen. Now weirdly, you can place the chicken pen anywhere. It does say to put it in front of the building, but it's given me the kind of green option to place that chicken pen wherever I like. That chicken pen will hold 20 chickens. So 36 cows, 20 chickens, or 200,000 litres of crops. Yeah, it's an interesting one. So, up there, definitely nice mods, some nice features, great sound effects, you know, nice animations on the grain storage bits and all that kind of thing, but just a bit high on the slot count, I think, personally. But that's my personal opinion. Which brings me on to, please let this be the last mod today. I think it is. The last of the mods for today. An old friend. This is very cool. This is the Lone Oak Cow Husbandry. So this is the barn from Lone Oak Farm from back on FS17 and now on FS19. This has been brought over by GeForce, OxygenDavid, BulletBill, I think with the permission from OxygenDavid, or well, BulletBill to OxygenDavid, to bring this out. There are 3 versions on this as well. Like I say, my life has not been made any easier today. We've got one version, which these hold 500 cows as well. So you've got the red barn version here with your pen, and there's a version you can have with the manure pit round the side, so any manure produced appears out there and your slurry pit's there, your water trough's here, your straw trigger is out there, as is your feed trigger, and your dialogue box is just here. So yeah, feed trough and straw goes in there. Now I can't find a light switch, although there is lighting in here, so I'm assuming it's automatic. I can't find them. Doors open and close. Milk trigger is just here, and like I say, this one has got the manure point round there, so you don't have to manually clear them out. You've also got a bit of storage space around the side there if you want to put bales or anything like that, or machinery or anything inside. I remember using this a lot on Lone Oak on FS17. A little door there at the side there too. Like I say, 500 cows. Now, the next one is exactly the same. Well, I say it's not exactly the same. It's almost the same with one small difference. There's no manure point on the outside. You have to muck it out. So you have to come into the barn to muck it out. Same thing, 500 animals will go in it. We've got the pen here. You have to muck it out from inside, because if we go around the side there, there's no manure pit around the side. Water troughs in the same place, slurry points in the same place, gates open and close. Everything else is exactly the same on this one. But yeah, you just don't have the manure pit. Then we come on to the last one, which is really, really rather cool. A little bit like the Food Farmer ones of late. This is an open pasture version. Same thing, it will hold 500. We've got the barn. We've got our trigger there for buying, selling, loading or unloading. This one doesn't have a manure point outside either. Slurry points there, water triggers there. You have to muck them out from inside. Feed trigger and straw trigger is inside, exactly the same as the other one. But if we come to here, you'll see out on here we've got our markers for where the actual nav mesh is underneath, for where the animals will wander to. So if you wanted to put your own fencing, or you want to put some other buildings next to it, that gives you a good indication of where that boundary is going to be, where the animals are going to go to. That can be turned off by going to here and pressing circle. That disappears, they disappear, and you can get on with your life rather happily. If I come back to there, if I can find it, press it again, you can put them back on again at any point should you wish to do so. So what I also like about this, we'll have a look at it first in animal pens. So there we go, 269,999 for the classic lone oak cow husbandry. Then we got the husbandry with manure pit, and then the free range lone oak cow husbandry. All of them 269,999. That will use 14 slots, 15 slots, 13 slots. Really low on the slot count, which is really nice as well. I like that. So yeah, really cool. What I do also like about this is if you go into the main menu and go to animals and we scroll down, look at our cows. You've got the cowshed there over the other side, the Nismo one, but these ones actually tell you what they are. That's the Oberleitner one. Then underneath we've got lone oak cow husbandry with manure pit, free range lone oak cow husbandry. I haven't got any cows in the other one, but it tells you what they are above them. So if you have got multiple ones and you've got different ones, it's very, very clear which one it is. I like that. It doesn't just say lone oak cow husbandry. It tells you specifically which one it is that your animals are in, which I think just helps out quite a lot with whatever you might be doing. So there we go. That's the last of the mods, I think. Pretty sure it is. Why can't I now find that on my list? Yeah, the Lone Oak Cow Husbandry by GeForce, Modding, OxygenDavid and BulletBill. I'm sure that's everything. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.